done. So it motivates seduction followed by abandonment. And you'd expect from first principles that this would appear more in males than females. And it does seem to appear more in men. It's very theoretical, but it's not the worst explanation in the world. It's quite interesting. Certainly not justifying it, just explaining it.
Guys, catch on.
Pretty much like after sex, if he doesn't cuddle you, he's obviously not that into you.
Well, okay, I gotta say, women feel the same way. When we have post-nut, I sometimes feel repulsive by the person I just had sex with too.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, look at Monica's face. That is the first thing you said that I agree with.
Jedediah, what do you think about post-nut clarity here?
I have never heard of a woman having a seduce and abandon thing with a guy that she actually gives a shit about, right? That just doesn't, listen, that just doesn't happen if you give a shit about the guy, right? It just doesn't give a shit. Now, I don't know.
We don't.
Well,
Jeremiah. Wait,
you're talking about,
like, I think most women at this table have a men's, like,
mentality,
post-nut clarity as well. Like, we both all think like men.
You can condition yourselves as a pornographic personality, or go doing OnlyFans or whatever it is. You can condition yourself as a woman to also compartmentalize the sex act from an emotional investment.
Yeah, and
guess
that's
what?
what's
throwing you off.
No, it's not throwing me off. It's unhealthy. That is not a healthy mindset for a woman. So what you're saying, men and women,
I didn't say it was healthy. I just said
men and women are not supposed to.
I only have sex with people I'm really, 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 really attracted to.
Thank you.
I'm insanely fucking picky. And so if I have sex with you and I'm insanely picky and you're attractive, I don't have any post-nut clarity. I just want to have sex with you again. That's it. That's the solution to the problem right there.
You're
having sex with people you find insanely attractive.
Mike, can I just say something?
Don't fake the funk. Don't fake the funk. No faking the funk.
I just want to say something. If you were able to somehow use technology to alter the voices of everyone at this table so you couldn't tell who was a male or female, it would sound like a table of, with the exception of maybe occasionally the girl with the green hair every now and then, this sounds like a table of men.
Yes.
And that is the problem.
As long as we have big disagree.
And they're laughing about it, right?
And you know what? I respect
why? But that's a problem.
Quiet. We can't hear her.
But that's the problem, because men and women are different unless women have numbed themselves so badly to what's instinctive for them, because it's not instinctive for a woman to not want to be cuddled after they have sex. It's not instinctive for a woman to not want to give a shit about the person they're sleeping with. It's not. Biologically, it is not normal for you to feel that way. It is normal for a guy.
This way.
Is this a statistic you made up by yourself, Jedediah?
I'm what? I'm sorry?
Is that a statistic you made up by yourself?
No, but you look at the biology of men and women when they have sex,
the biology
and
of women,
how they have sex.
First
It's
of all,
different. Your hormones are different.
There's evolution.
Not like that.
You realize that when women, hold up, ladies, when you have sex with someone, I don't care what birth control you're on, I don't care what IUD you're taking, there is a risk that you will become pregnant. By virtue of that reality, that biological reality, should be feeling differently about sex than a man. It should be a different experience. And this whole table sounds like a bunch of guys. That's a problem. You shouldn't be acting like a man.
I'm going to speak to both of your points again with more boring. Time out. I'm going to speak to both of your points, Jessica and Jedediah's, using more incredibly nerdy, boring, try-hard data. Ready? Here it is. There is this thing called the feminization of men, and I don't mean that as a red pill term. It's an actual thing that is happening because estrogen levels in our society are increasing through our poultry, our fish, through plastics when we drink, through perfumes, fragrances. I'm trying to think. There's certain types of soap. There's all these different things that we
Everything.
found. That is, because what's happening is the estrogen molecule cannot be boiled out of water because it's not a living organism. It's just an odd thing. And so because of that, estrogen levels in men are skyrocketing. Number two, and I don't know all the data on this, but testosterone levels in women are also increasing. So the masculinization of women is happening biologically. Maybe it's natural selection, I don't know. And the feminization of men is also happening biologically. So when you say it's because men made you like this, there is some truth to that. There are a bunch of bitch-ass men that I
is it like a government?
Jedediah?
That's not how the world made you. That's how you made you, because of the decisions you're making.
No.
And yes, it is. The world doesn't make you masculine. You make you masculine. I know. I did it. I did it too. I was a career climber for years, and you know what? In order to survive in those meetings, I had to masculinize myself. I made me more masculine, not the world. My choices, my decisions.
What do you mean masculine?
Yeah,
so now
but
you're
that's not
defining.
fair. If we're taking care of ourselves and we're doing what we need to do to survive and get
We're paying
by,
taxes.
We're being human beings. Survival's only for the fittest.
We
you're
shape
just-
ourselves.
Hold on. Both things can be true. You can make money from sex work, and women have. Stop. You can make money from sex work, and now, especially since 1972, women have so many opportunities to make money outside of sex work. It is ridiculous.
Thank you.
And very quickly. But right now, there was in 1972, women were 14 percentage points behind men when it came to getting a bachelor's degree. In 2019, women are now 15 percentage points ahead of men. We have come in the complete opposite direction. So while I do agree with you, yes, you can make a lot of money doing sex work. You could have made a lot of money doing a lot of other things. And in certain countries, like in Scandinavian countries, women are outpacing men as far as income is concerned. So the idea that this was the only thing you had to do, you're just playing a victim.
Click the link in the description below, and I'll send you my high-status networking playbook for free, so you can start meeting high-quality women today.
No, I'm not saying he can't do that. But it's very ironic he said that when he just got through introducing us to some of the worst women we'll ever meet in our lives. Women talking about post-nut clarity, women tatted up the wazoo, and women sound like Kermit the Frog. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough, especially if you're girl. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough, especially if you're girl. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough, especially if you're girl. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough, especially if you're girl. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough, especially if you're girl. She sounds like Kermit. Modern dating is tough, especially if you're girl. She sounds like Kermit. All in all, these women are masculine as blue. But I think we really need to go back to that post-nut clarity part. Because first of all, it's more normal for women to not orgasm during sex and still enjoy it. So there wouldn't be no quote-unquote post-nut clarity. But if they did nut, it'd be clear that they'd want more. Because with women nut, it's a whole thing. That you got them frozen in time, or screaming, or shaking, or breakdancing. But you know what? I cracked the code. If anything, it's less that these women experience post-nut clarity, but more so they didn't nut post-sex. And since they're ran through, orgasming is very important to them. So if they don't get it, they dipping out. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, like, share, but definitely subscribe. We're trying to get this channel over 1,000 subs. Land of lit, 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 land of lit. This is land of